16 years after the decades-long conflict between the UPDF and the LRA rebels, survivors continue to grapple with its effects.
So we need a national outlook because all these conflicts are interlinked. They are linked to marginalization, they are linked to exclusion, they are linked to bad governance. So a transitional justice process that tackles the root causes of these abuses is very critical.
Victims of conflict-related sexual violence and children born of war in particular still face enormous barrier to social and economic well-being, as Sarah Kihika explained.
Government can say we are going to make sure survivors of sexual violence have access to free medical health care, make sure that survivors of sexual violence have access to special compensation funds, have access to special privileges.
The Minister of Justice and Constitutional Affairs, Norbert Mao, says the only way to help rehabilitate the survivors is to establish a Victims' Trust Fund.
We have also pledged to promote within government the setting up of a Victims Fund, Victims Compensation Fund. Many times we think the donors will come to our aid, but these are our citizens. If somebody is helping you to carry a heavy load, you don't pocket and stroll like you are taking a walk. You must double your energy. So we have also got to commit and put something.
Families to date don't know where their loved ones are buried. Families to date don't know what happened to their loved ones. Some are still living with the horrors of torture. So we have a huge population of victims in this country. And each of those deserves a process of recognition, at a bare minimum, to recognize that your rights were violated and you endured this harm.
These also want the Transitional Justice Bill of 2020 to be enacted into law so that survivors of armed conflicts can access justice.
The victims have also stated that sometimes they need to assert their rights through the courts, but they don't have money to pay lawyers. We have been called upon to pass the legal aid bill. There's already a legal aid bill tabled in Parliament. It is our duty to talk about it and work together. Government cannot afford to pay for everybody who needs legal services.
Survivors are continuing to endure the consequences of the abuse that they suffered. They suffer stigma, they have chronic pain, medical chronic pain, the sexual reproductive health complications, they experience trauma, all resulting from the violation, the sexual violence that they suffered.
Rachel Nachuala reporting for the news.
Download the app on App Store or Google Play Store now. Vision Digital Experience, the future of media.